Hello guys and gals and welcome to Twitch. Today we are playing Farmers Dynasty. I'm Buddy1927 and we are starting a new game here in Farmers Dynasty. Since this is the first full week of me being on Twitch, we're going to start all our games from the beginning. The ones that we haven't already started. So we're going to load up the screen and let's play a little. I think I screwed up. No, I got it right. Live, yeah, Farmers Dynasty. Live gameplay, and it's showing medieval. Okay, let's go talk to this guy named Oliver.
I'm your neighbor. My name's Oliver. I've been looking after this farm since your grandfather passed away.
Nice to meet you, Oliver. I appreciate your help. So this is my heritage?
Yes, this nice farm and piece of land are all yours now. Welcome to our little county.
Thanks. I don't know much about farming, but I'm a quick learner.
I'm sure you'll fit in just fine. We're all good folk living here, and we help each other out. Please follow me. I'll show you around. Come on. Have you finished your task?
No, I'm supposed to be following you. I'm waiting for you. Okay, we are going to follow Oliver around and listen to what he says.
As you can see, the farm is quite in a poor shape. Few repairs have been done here.
At least it could.
Here's your house. The roof needs work, but you can have some sleep here, perhaps, or even store some food.
Yeah.
You'll have to bring this farm to a good shape yourself. Soon you'll see how to do it.
Yeah, you could at least mow the lawn. Come on, you.
Here's the garage for your vehicles. It's empty now, but I'm sure you'll need it pretty soon. Your grandpa didn't finish the upper floor, but if you can afford building materials, then you can fix the construction yourself.
Yeah. See right through. I have doors. We got a barn. Needs some working.
This is your barn. Empty for now, but you can use it to store hay for your animals. Just fix these holes first, or everything will get wet and rot. Your grandfather's old animals have all been sold. You will have to buy your own.
Okay.
The cowshed is old and needs some work, but it's still solid. You can do the fixes and upgrades yourself. Try fixing those holes first, so your animals stay healthy. I see you've come prepared and have your own tools. Good. Try to fix these doors since it's stuck and it won't open. All right. It should open now. Come on.
Where are we going? I'm waiting for you. I got no manure.
Build a scaffold to climb up there and check the roof. How's it looking up there? Come back down when you're done. We need to go. Follow me.
Hi. I love you can jump off a barn and not get injured.
You can store harvested grains in the silo, so you can use these later, or sell them if you want. Before you use the silo, remember to fix it first.
Okay.
Take a look at the greenhouse. You can grow some veggies here fast to earn some quick money. Still, you'll have to fix these holes so your plants can grow to a best effect. I see your grandfather bought some materials to fix it already. You can use it to rebuild the greenhouse as good as you can.
Let's go ahead and fix this.
Have you finished your task? You were pretty good at this. I'm sure you'll do well on this farm. Actually, I might have a job for you myself.
What is it?
Why don't you come to my place and do some fixes to my barn? It's mostly roof that needs work, but some walls need attention too. I don't have much money, but I'll give you my old tractor as a reward. I'm sure you can use it.
Sounds good. I'll take care of this.
All right, I'm going back home now. Good luck, and see you around.
Okay, let's go to Oliver's place. I'll show you how to get there real quick. We are going to run. We are going to beat Oliver to his house. I went down the wrong road. Okay, follow this path. And we'll take this shortcut to this path. And we'll come over through here. Go through here. What needs to be fixed? Okay. Fix this roof real quick. Okay. This is how I like to repair roofs. Let's just go down the apex of the roof. Walk along the apex of the roof, and we'll just go ahead and let's keep on going. Repair each side as we go. Just hold the left mouse button down. It will continue. You don't have to click it, just hold it down and it will repair itself. Yeah, you can see some of the boards moving. I like that. Okay, how come this became unfixed? Oh yeah, you gotta make sure all the yellow dots are filled, then go on to the next one. I'm sorry. I thought it was finished when I wasn't. If you don't, you have to start all over again. See if we can fix the whole barn until before Oliver gets back from our farm. Now remember, he was at our farm. We were at our farm. See how. Come on. Okay, we got that done. Okay, we got that done, and okay, now the roof is done. I know there's some repair I have to do somewhere along here. Along the outside. There it is. Okay, and we're done. So we'll take down the scaffolding. And Oliver is all the way over there. He's not even not. He's at least he's walking up the path. We're done.
Looking good and solid. Thank you. Now, I don't have much money, but as promised, that old Jack Bear over there is all yours. It should do well until you can afford a real new tractor, but you can totally start field work now.
Yep, my funds are kind of short, but I think I'll need more farming machines.
You should talk to people. I'm sure a lot of them will have some work for you too. You'll need a plow, a seeder perhaps, and I've seen a...
I will look around. Thank you.
Yeah, if you hit the right mouse button, you will quickly go through the speech, and I accidentally hit it. Did not mean to do that. That was an accident. I do apologize. Okay, now we need to claim this. Now, okay, we got a map. We got this. This is where we're at, and the tractor symbol here. Homestead, we got to repair our farm equipment. We got a daily up here, which is deliver tomatoes, which we don't have. Plow a field, which we don't have a field plow. Transport. And fix one of the buildings. So I'll tell you what we are going to do. You're going to get out of here. And I know where there's another quest that we're going to do next. Then we're going to go see if we can fix that building. Okay. Now, over here on the right is the time of the day. The date, Thursday, 1st of August. Social points. We have 1,100 social points. Social points are important in this game. So we must build up our social points. They're used to repair. They're used to buy items, equipment at half price. And instead of euros, I've converted this to dollars. So we got 520 US dollars on us right now. But we're going to go down this road. This tractor only goes 23 kilometers an hour. I know if I pull into here, there's a quest. And see, the new quest. And I know what this quest is. I just happen to know where this quest is.
So good to see you, sweetheart. Would you help me?
What can I do for you, ma'am?
My brother is working abroad. He should have been back home a week ago, but he's still busy working. I need one of my fields plowed and cultivated. Will you do it for me, please? Use that old plow over there by the barn. You can keep it when you're done. My brother plans on buying a new one anyway.
No promises, but I'll see what I can do.
Okay. We'll hop in this. I'll go ahead and plow the field. Get the plow. Now, R is the default for lowering and raising the plow. I'm using I because that's what I'm used to. with Farming Simulator 19, and I don't. And I've accidentally unloaded a tipper while in the middle of transporting, and when you unload when you unload in the middle of the street, it disappears and you lose all that product. So I switched mine to I, because you can use T, which is right next to R, and sometimes I was meaning to hit T, or my fingers will slip and hit T and R, and all of a sudden it starts unloading. So I changed it to I. That's what it is in Farming Simulator 19. So I'll just keep that going. So I just use R. I don't even use R. So I switched it to I, so I wouldn't unintentionally dump stuff, even though the equipment also uses I. It's not just the thing, but I gotten used to it, so it's not a big problem. I kind of get used to it. I kind of like using I any which way. So we are going to plow this. We do have a cultivator on our farm. That was the only there's two pieces of equipment that we have on the farm, which is a cultivator and a lawnmower. And I'll show you where they are once we finish this up. I'll show you where the cultivator is. Now, why do you have to plow then cultivate? Why can't you just seed? What a cultivator does, a plow breaks up the soil so you can plant your seeds. It also mixes in any organic objects that might be inside the ground. What the cultivator does, it breaks up all the clumps, because when you plow you have clumps. Can't see it really in this game, but in real life you got clumps of dirt, and what the cultivator does is breaks up that clump of dirt. Usually you plow one day, let it sit for a day, then you come back and cultivate it the next day. At least that's the way I was taught. Of course, that was some years ago, and the equipment is a lot better. I was over 40 years ago. I worked on a dairy farm from age 12 to actually till 18. I worked on the largest dairy farm in the state of Maryland at the time. And from age 12 to 18, I also worked, when I turned 16, I also worked at F.W. Woolworth as a stock boy. And when I turned 18, I stopped working on the farm because it wasn't paying that well. And I was going to college, community college at the time. So I had a part-time job at Woolworth, I had a part-time job at Roy Rogers restaurant, and a part-time job at 7-Eleven. So I was working three jobs, going to school, plus volunteering as a firefighter. Oh, I was going to, and plus also taking EMT classes. I was going to Frederick County Community College, and I was also going to University of Maryland Fire Rescue Institute, taking, I already took the EMT class when I was 17, but when I was 18, I was taking this, what they call a CRT program, which is a cardiac rescue technician. and which would be now equivalent to an EMT intermediate. And as I was working part-time, then I got a full-time job as a land surveyor, which I loved. I should have kept that job. I loved working there. I also worked part-time at Woolworth. Plus, still went to school at nights for my paramedic and also for my associate's degree that I was trying to work on in biology. And the reason why I was taking biology was to help with my paramedic classes. Biology and anatomy, which was, I was taking the prerequisite courses that were for RNs, knocking those out while I was at the community college. There we go. And I did it. And I was also volunteering. Once I became a CRT, I was volunteering as a firefighter for Independent Hose Company. I was volunteering for Junior Fire Company as an EMT on their ambulance, because my department didn't have ambulances. Plus, I was also taking fire courses on top of that. I was a busy guy. I really didn't have much of a life. Plus, I had a girlfriend and all that, but I got busy. I was busy. I was a busy little bee. Plus, I also volunteered at Citizens Truck Company in Frederick, Maryland. And I was a tillman and a driver for them. And Frederick City they had drivers. They had paid drivers. And they had paid ambulances. That's one of the reasons why I was volunteering at Junior Fire Department as an EMT. And because I was also a CRT, I could upgrade the truck to a CRT, to an ALS truck when I rode. So I filled in sometimes I filled in some shifts for people that called in sick or went on vacation and stuff like that. I also did that at Juniors and at Citizens Truck Company once I became a tillman and a driver. Now, every once in a while, my department, we have one paid driver. And because I was a part-time employee for the city of Frederick, I would fill in every once in a while as a driver there too. But I was, when I was 20, I became, we were an engine truck company. We didn't have a paid ambulance at the time, but and I was the first volunteer EMT in my department. And what I mean by volunteer EMT was we had a couple other firefighters that were EMTs, but they had to get it because they were full-time firefighters and they had to get it due to their job. I was the first in my department to ever be an EMT without being a paid firefighter somewhere else. And my department was the oldest fire department in the state of Maryland and the third oldest in the United States. So I broke with tradition getting my EMT and becoming a firefighter EMT. And then I also broke it. I was the first CRT on my department. Kind of broke that tradition. And then eventually I got my paramedic, and I was the first firefighter paramedic in that department. And this is back in the 80s. And firefighter paramedics weren't paramedics weren't used that much back in the 80s. But once I got my paramedic, I went to Maryland State Police Academy and finished, and I was a part-time trooper, or what they called an on-call trooper. I worked in the aviation department of the state police, because in the state of Maryland, all the trauma helicopters were controlled by Maryland State Police, or the emergency flight, the Golden Arrow, which was developed in the state of Maryland, and you had to be a paramedic. So when I got my paramedic, I did that as a part-time job. Then I started working full-time. We're going to keep the plows. We have to go get the cultivator now. But then I worked part-time for the state police in Maryland. I was working full-time as a landscaper, became a instrument man / party chief. Topo party chief, that's what it was. I wasn't a full party chief. And a party chief is the one who's in charge of groups and stuff like that. I was an instrument man and worked for a party chief myself, but then when we had topo jobs, it would be me and 2 other guys, and I would be the chief of that topo and be in charge of doing the topo work out in the field, and then bringing it back and giving it to the either the engineers or the architects, because we were a engineer / architect company. We had 5 engineers in the company. It was BC Consultants out of Alexandria, Virginia. They opened an office in not Fredericksburg, Manassas, Virginia, which was about half an hour from where I lived at the time. The county I lived in at the time was bordered by 3 states. It was bordered by Pennsylvania up to the north, Virginia down the south, and West Virginia to the west. So it was a big company, and at the time there was 2 truck companies in all of Frederick County. And at the time, Frederick Independent Hose Company, which is the department I belonged to, was the only truck company in Frederick County. Now, and then you had Citizens Truck Company, which was based in the city. The only time they ran county calls is when our truck was not available. But I mean, we've actually gone to Pennsylvania. We've actually responded to calls in Virginia and West Virginia. We covered the whole county, and if they needed it was up in Emmitsburg, Maryland, was the National Institute for Training for Firefighters, and the college was up there, and we responded to a lot of calls up there anytime the thing went, and it took us a half an hour to drive up there. We've gotten to the scene and stuff like that, and the truck when I first joined was a 1958 American LaFrance 110-foot ladder truck, open cab. So in the wintertime and in rain, in wintertime you froze your butt off, unless you were up front, because they had a heater up front, But if you were in one of the jump sheets, you just froze your butt off. And in the rain, you got drenched. It really didn't matter. You got drenched. But I loved riding that truck. It was nice. We could carry 6 firefighters. No, we can carry 6 truckies. And our department, like I said, we were an engine truck company. But in our department, you could actually specialize. And to ride the ladder truck, you had to be what they call a truckie. A truck operation. You had to learn the operations of the truck. You didn't become a truck driver. You had to learn everything about the truck, operation-wise, and what the truck company does. And they do salvage. They do ventilation, salvage, overhaul, and do search and rescue. So the firefighters, or the hose jockey, as they would nickname, would put out the fire. We would do search and rescues, and you had to be trained in that and all that. It took about 2 years of training to become, before you were classified a truck, what they call a truckie. And when I was 18, I started the training, because I started off as a junior firefighter. When you first join, you have to wait a year before you can specialize to become a truckie. And a lot of people didn't like being a truckie, because it was a lot of work and a lot of training that we had to do. But I started my training when I was 17, to be honest with you, as a junior firefighter. I finished all my training classes, got my level 1 and 2 and 3 of firefighting. At that time they had 2 levels. I also had, I started my truck company classes that were required by the department so you can work on the ladder truck. I was also going through, my chief wanted me to start taking officer training. So eventually I would become an officer, and I did. When I was 19, I got to the rank of, I was chief pipesman, and I was in charge of all the nozzles and stuff like that. And that held the rank of sergeant. Then I became chief hose director, which is, I was in charge of all the inventory and making sure that all the hoses are up to date. And once a year we would do hose testing and stuff like that. And on fire grounds, if any hose got broken, it was my job to make sure it was replaced, taken out of service and replaced with new equipment, unless we could fix it. There's sometimes the bigger diameters of the hose we could fix. We had 3-inch hose, which was supply lines back then. No, that's not where I want to go. So there's a lot of stuff that we need, that the department did, and there's a lot of opportunities. I started at 16 as a junior firefighter. I responded at 16. I responded to a total of 350 calls out of 1,500 calls that the department received. I was the junior firefighter of the year for my department 2 years in a row, and that it was based on both education training that we attended and calls that we actually responded to. Now, on the calls as a junior firefighter, the only thing that we could do, we couldn't do interior firefighting. That's the only thing we couldn't do. We can do salvage and overhaul. but we cannot do interior firefighting. So on a fire call, on a working house fire, we were the gophers. Go for this and go for that. And that's what we did. We knew where every piece of equipment was on all our apparatuses. We had 3 engines, a tanker, 1 ladder truck, 2 brush trucks, and 2 utility trucks. Now, the ladder truck is also had extrication tools and everything that a rescue squad would have. Also on top on the ladder truck. So that's why we didn't have a rescue squad at the time. But we did a lot of the train. I was training a lot. I was in training for 35 years. But when I became a firefighter, my first full year as a firefighter, I became firefighter of the year. I responded to, while working a full-time job, going to college now, going to 2 colleges, working a full-time job, and working 2 part-time jobs. I responded to 440 calls out of 1,800 calls. And that was the most calls that year of any of the firefighters, plus my training. Now, I lucked out because my my CRT, I was studying to be a CRT, so that counted as part of my training, believe it or not, which is good. Helped me out a lot. Had the most, but I was also taking classes to become a truckie, and it paid off. I became a truckie when I was 19. And we had officers that were truckies. Our company was divided into what you now call platoons. You had your firefighting platoon and you had your truck platoon. Now, truck platoon consists. We had two assistant chiefs. One chief was in charge. One assistant chief was in charge of the truck. The other one was in charge of all the engines and brush truck, tanker, and stuff like that. So he was on the go. One chief was the first assistant chief, which is the highest. Next one in line from chief was the firefighter's chief. The third one was chief one. We had chief 1, chief 1-1, and then chief 1-2. So chief 1-1 was the first one in line, the second in command, as you would say, and all that. The chief had their own vehicle. The chief had his own vehicle that he responded with and took home with him that night.
Can I help you, sweetheart?
I'm kind of green. Can you tell me a bit about field work?
Sure. What do you need to know?
Oh. Well, she explains about farming.
How do I prepare fields?
Plow the field first, then cultivate it. This will prepare the soil for crops. You can still sow if you don't plow or cultivate, but you won't reap a lot.
What about seeds?
It's best to buy these in the agro store. You'll get most crops using prepared seeds.
And fertilizing?
You can buy good fertilizers in the store and spray them on your fields. But if you have animals, use manure to fertilize fields too. You'll get best effects if you combine these fertilizers. You'll have to use different machines for these, of course.
How do I gather crops?
Use combine to ripe and gather crops. Modern combines and new headers are much better. they don't lose that many grains. Some grains, like wheat, will leave straw that you can gather and sell, or feed to your animals.
Anything more I need to know?
Well, I'm not that educated. Try talking to other people if you wish to know more.
Thanks. I'll see you around.
If you got questions about farming, you can always come back to her. You check with other people. Sometimes they have farming tips, but most of it's the same. Okay, what time is it? Okay, we got time. I think we have our pickup truck, so we're going to park this. Drop the cultivator down. Park the tractor for right now. Now, you can refurbish your vehicles, and you do get about $200 more. The cost of what you refurbish, which is $500, so you get $700 more. So basically $200 more in trade-in than if you don't refurbish it. It's basically what it is, because the cost of refurbishing is $500. So you get $700 more, so it actually turns out to be $200 more per item. So we are going to drop our cultivator. I don't like the way where it was, so whoop. Okay, so we'll go ahead and drop this. Now, for this we got to lower it, then hit Q to unhitch. And for right now, we are going to park it. Park this right here. Now, I had a vehicle. I drove in with a vehicle. And the vehicle is outside in front. So my department, let's get back into that while I run to my vehicle. My department, this is our pickup truck that we own. And we are coming down here, right? So I'm just going to put a star right here. Now, some of these that have pictures will tell us what they have. And we can pick up equipment or what needs to be done. We are going to... We need to be heading this way. Yeah. So as we're driving, I'll explain my department. My department, we were an engine truck company, and because we were a truck company, we had a ladder truck, and we were broken down. Like I said, we had a chief, two assistant chiefs. One assistant chief was in charge of all the firefighting equipment and training. The other assistant chief was in charge of the ladder truck, and yeah, we need to go this way. Was in charge of the ladder truck and all the training for that platoon or company. So we were divided into two companies. You had a ladder truck, and we called it a hose company, and because we were independent hose company, it was called hose company and truck company. And to be part of the truck company, you can be both. When you first join the department, you have to be on the department for 1 year before you can start training to become working on truck company. Now, truck company has a lot of details into it. The biggest has a lot of training to do with it, but the biggest part of the truck to become a member of the truck company was to be a rescue worker. And because we had all the rescue equipment on the ladder truck, so you had to be a rescue worker, and that was the majority of the training as a truckie. I mean, you had to get your what they call Rescue 1 and Rescue 2 training. We got another quest. Old Cedar. And as you drive by, you pick up new quests and old quests and stuff like that. We're just going to continue going straight on. But it took, if you did the training, it took a while. If you did it, if a normal person did it, it would take you about 3 to 4 years before you would complete it. But I'm not a normal person. I'm what you call an overachiever. And basically that means I did what I could as quickly as I could so I can get certified and stuff like that. I mean, CRT class was 3 months. And I did it in 3 months. A paramedic class back then was 6 months. But you had to be certified as a CRT for a year. You had to be certified. I don't know where this goes. I'm lost now. You had to be certified as a CRT for a year before you can take your paramedic. It means you have to have at least a year's worth on the truck as a CRT before you could take the paramedic class in the state of Maryland. And wait a minute. Oh, there. Okay. So I did that. I did a lot of things. Took my 6-month class, and 1 month of that is you have to spend a month you had to spend at least 30 12-hour days in a trauma center or above. Trauma center, or I lucked out because I started my training at Johns Hopkins in the trauma center at Johns Hopkins, Maryland. And I lucked out at that time. One of the instructors, they had a trauma heart surgeon there who's world renowned for.
Hello.
Oh, it's you again.
This is a really nice place to live.
Could use a mall or two, though.
Okay.
Good luck. See
I'm
you
trying to
around.
find who has the quest. Oh, the quest is over with. Okay, so evidently I passed the time. We got, what time is it? So I guess after 3, you can't do any more quests. So we'll go back. And we can see if we can do the regular quests that we picked up. Okay, first we got the plow. So our next piece of equipment would be getting the we got a cultivator. Would be getting the whatchamacallit. I can't think of the name of it.
Hello, can I help you?
I'm new around here, looking for a job. Interested in farming machinery.
Sounds good. These buildings are falling apart, and I know nothing about construction. I have an old grain trailer I can spare if you help me. Interested?
Sure, I'll do it for the trailer.
Okay. So our first quest would be this one. Repairing this building. But you go through your training, and I became a truckie at age 19 by the time I finished all my training. And being a rescue worker, it kind of helped me with my paramedic stuff. And when I turned 21, I went to the police academy, Maryland State Police Academy, to be a part-time. This would be a part-time. I go through 6 months of training just to be a part-time medic, and that's all I was medic. I carried a gun. I went through the training. They even gave me a car to take home because they could ship me anywhere if I took a job. Like I lived in Frederick, Maryland. I went to Ocean City, Maryland for a week. And so I had a state vehicle that I would drive to there. I filled in for a week while the medic took off. They give you a place to stay. They put you up in a hotel. So when you're not on shift, you only worked 8-hour shifts. And I liked it. I liked working there. And I was also 21 too, but after I finished that class. But when I turned 21, I went to the academy at 20 and a half. So by the time I finished it, I was 21 when I finished it. And did that, and I liked it. Filled in. Didn't fill in that much. But I could write tickets if I happened. Because I had a marked car that they gave you. That they gave me. Yeah, I might... In a year, I might only use... I might only be used like 6 times or something like that. Oh, I forgot the roof. 6 times in a year. No. Say about 10 to 12 times a year. So about once a month I would fill in. Because you gotta realize something, I also had a full-time job. And I started working for... I started working for... I was working part-time as a sales associate. And at that time, I was dating the president of FW Woolworth. She was going to a college in Frederick, all-school college in Frederick, Maryland. I forget the name of that college now. But, I was working for FW Woolworth, and my manager at the time wanted me to come work full time at Woolworth, and I didn't. I was working as a construction. I was working in land surveying and construction surveying, and I liked that job. I'll tell you what, I did like the job, but it became wintertime, and one thing I did like about the job, I worked X amount of hours a week. Yeah. But who I worked for, I mean, if it was raining, we couldn't go out because they didn't want the equipment to get... They didn't want the equipment. You couldn't use equipment in the rain. And they didn't have covers back then. So, if it was raining, if we showed up for work when it was raining, we got paid. paid for the day. If it was snowing, we showed up for work. Unless they called you and said, don't bother coming in, we got paid for the day. Now, sometimes they would utilize you in the office to help. If you had good drawing skills, you go help work in the architecture, drawing up some basic blueprints. If you were a crew chief, you would help out in the engineering section on some of the engineering stuff that needed to be taken care of. Because by then you're trained. They trained you. That's one thing I liked about that company. They also trained you. I mean, I started working for that company when I was 18. And I became the engineer. I became a topo. I became an instrument man. Usually you have to be I started off as a rod and chain man. You have to do that for a year before they would teach. You had to be a rod and chain man for a minimum of 5 years before they would teach you how to be an instrument man. Well, when I was as rod and chain man, and I had the same party chief when I was training, and I would always ask questions. Well, how do you do this? How do you do that? So I get an idea what is expected of me as a rod and chain man, and what I could do to help the party chief out with. Because sometimes he'd be the instrument man. Sometimes it'd just be me and him as the instrument man, called in sick and stuff like that. So I would ask some questions, and he started teaching me how to be an instrument man. And the instrument man that was working with us at the time was always called out sick about every other week during the week. And one time, the vice president of the company went out with us because our instrument man called in sick, and the job that they wanted us to do. A job that they wanted us to do required 3 people, and there was nobody else. So he went out with us, and every once in a while the vice president would go out and pick a day and pick a crew, and let's ride with that crew for the day. About once a month he would go out in the field and just pick a crew to ride with. But this day he rode with us because we needed an extra pair of hands. So he rode with us. I was riding chain man, and during breaks, and I would do my job. And so on and so on. And I started asking my party chief, my crew chief, because actually the vice president of the company was operating as instead of the crew chief, and the crew chief operating as an instrument man, because that's usually what would happen if they were short an instrument man and he'd come along. He decided he wanted to get his hands. We got some new equipment, and he wanted to try out the new equipment, so he became the instrument man for the day, taking orders from my. Yeah, that's what I want. taking orders from yeah, from our from my crew chief. Oh, he really wasn't taking orders. He was just operating the machine. And the job that we were doing needed 3 people. Definitely. So we did the job, and I was asking questions left and right.
All fixed.
Good to hear that. Thank you. Now, you may take the trailer. It's yours.
Thanks. See you around.
And he asked during our lunch break. He asked my party chief, "Does Buddy ask all these questions all the time?" Yeah, he's willing to learn. He wants to know. He wants to go up in this company. I said, "Okay. Well, start training him to be an instrument man. I think we found your new instrument man." He said, "What?" He said, "I think we found you a new instrument man. Because I know you want to go ahead and replace the one you got." Yeah. So I tell you what, train Buddy to become him, and we'll make him instrument man. But he hasn't met the 5-year requirement. He's only been working for us for a year. Well, he's willing to learn, and you got 6 months to train him to become an instrument man. And if he doesn't meet the requirements in 6 months, what time is it? Yeah, we gotta go home now. And if he doesn't meet the requirements in 6 months, we'll start looking. And he asked, "Do you think you can train him in 6 months?" And he looked at the vice president. He said, "Well, Buddy is a quick learner. But there's one thing." He said, "What?" "Our normal training class takes a year in the field to learn how to become an instrument man. Do you want me to train him in half the time?" And he's like, "Well, yeah." He said, if you think Buddy's a quick learner and you think he can do the job good enough for you, you have 6 months to train him. And if he doesn't meet in that 6 months, he will remain your rod and chain man." Okay, and you had to take a test, of course. You had to pass the test and all this mumbo jumbo, which is I did. I started the training. I already knew the basics because they were teaching me. They've already taught me the basics. This is your agricultural store. I don't know if it's still open yet or not. But I'm going to see if we can... Okay, yes, we can get in here. We're going to buy some greenhouse goods. Okay, it tells you how much you have on hand. Like right now, I got 10 tomatoes. That's it. So what I'm going to do is buy... And I got $520. So... let's buy 100 of that. It's $419. Now let's buy 50. Ah, 49 would be good. Let's see. Let's buy. $50 of those. Let's buy 50 of the pump 54. That's good. Okay, that's good enough to start off with. And buy that. So we're down to 78.27. Okay, now we're going to go back to our house. Go back to our farm. And we are actually going to repair and plant our greenhouse tonight. I think. But we need to start repairing and getting ready to actually we got to repair our farm. And the first building I'm going to repair is actually the greenhouse, because it takes a while for the vegetables to grow. But once we get the vegetables, we can do other quests like pumpkin spice soup. We can make tomatoes and stuff like that. So we are going to repair. So we're going to come over here. We're going to pick that up. We are going to start here. We not repair. We are actually refurbishing. Because if it was just repair, I would have had the grinder out. But we are refurbishing the whole greenhouse, or as much as we can get done today. Then in the morning we'll finish it up. So we'll go ahead and get this refurbished, so it's like brand new, because we're actually replacing the panels. We already did that, and what I'm doing now is replacing the metal. Okay. You can see that if I took the grinder, you might not be able to see. It might be too dark to see. That's just grind. You can see the difference in color. See how that's newer and that's old? Now we replace it and it's new. So let's knock this out. Let's get as much of it repaired tonight. Then we're going to do a couple dailies, if we can do a couple dailies. Now there's a couple dailies I do not do. One is the plow jobs. And the reason why I don't do the plow jobs, because the tractor I have and the plow I currently have, it takes most of the day to do. But we need to start building up money. So we can buy cows and chickens and eggs. And you might ask, well then why did you just spend all your money on seeds? Well, I need tomato seeds, because some of the daily quests require 20 tomatoes, 30 tomatoes, 50 tomatoes to be brought to them. And you can store that in your pantry. So, yeah, we're getting too dark here. Time is it? Yeah, it's 7 o'clock now. It's getting too dark. We'll just finish this, then we'll do the upstairs second. We'll do the roof tomorrow. We'll finish this up tomorrow morning after we are done here. I might get the dailies done to come back and finish repairing it. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. Okay, that's all fixed. Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. Did I fix this? No, I didn't fix that. I forgot about these eaves. Now, we do have apples that we can harvest right now. We got one apple field that we could harvest. And I'm going to show you how you can make money. So I'm going to see what the dailies are tomorrow morning. Okay, it's just too dark. I can't see anything else. So we'll hop in the pick 'em up. Park the pick 'em up truck. But the dailies I don't do is the plowing, and that's about it. Hop out of this. Okay. This is your house. There's 3 main things you want to know about your house. Well, we gotta repair this house. But you go down this door, you go down the steps, you go into this basement, you go through this door, and this is your pantry. And we got some food in the pantry, so we're going to take everything out of the pantry. And what you do is just slide it all over to here. Okay. Here we got 2 tomatoes, 4 apples, and 2 milk. You make more money out of condensed milk than you do a gallon of milk. And you make more money from out of tomato sauce than you do here. This is your kitchen where your stove is. And we got apples. We got 2 apples, 4 apples. So we'll make apple sauce. And we'll make more money than selling. We'll sell 4 cans of applesauce. You double your money than from the selling the apple. Italian tomato soup. You make more money doing that, but once we start growing tomatoes on a regular basis, we're not going to touch that. And like I said, you make more money from condensed milk than you do a gallon of milk. So basically you want to make as much canned food as possible. And then in the morning I'll show you where we are going to go. This is the third room you need to know about. The first one is the pantry, the second one's the kitchen, and this is the bed. You know, if I go to this bed, I can't do that. Here, I can sleep. This is the only bed you can use to sleep on. So we'll go ahead and hit E. Now, there's 2 things that you can do. You can hit E and sleep through the night, or you can hit Enter and you sleep for a week. Okay, it's a nice sunny morning. The next thing, it was a nice sunny morning. Okay, it's raining. I don't think we got any. I don't think we can do daily quests in the rain. Let me see. Yeah, there's no daily quests. We can do the regular quests. Which this one is we're getting ready to do. We're gonna go talk to John. Home Sweet Home is we repair all the buildings. And the old cedar, which is down here, which we're going to do last. We're going to get the other equipment. I don't know if...
Hello, I'm John. I'm the tradesman here. Best prices, you know?
Oh, I see. What's your trade?
A bit of everything. Nails, soap, some food, you know. I will also buy fresh food from you if you can spare. Nothing big, but I could use some fish, apples, mushrooms perhaps, you know.
Well, that's really good to know. I'll see you around.
All right. Not going anywhere, you know.
Okay, we completed that quest. We got 200 social points for completing that quest. Sometimes you get money, but every time you do a quest, you end up getting social points.
Can I help you?
Which is important. We are actually going to trade.
Trade?
Sure. What do you need?
And we're going to sell everything here. That's $17. The milk is $53. Tomatoes are 5 cans of tomato soup. It's $50. 3 pumpkin soup sell. That's $26 in there. And what I like doing is, here they are. I like buying sausages. They're $1.50 each, and that's what I will eat. So I'll buy all that. There's only one tradesman in the whole count in the whole. If you take a look at the map, that's the only store that you can buy stuff, food, and all those different items. Now, there's tractor stores throughout this map, and there is a building supply, which is right here, which you can buy building supplies, but you got to have a special truck you got to purchase first, so you can transport the materials that you buy back to your farm, and you need that truck. But you can buy building supplies from this guy here, and you can transport there. There's 1, 2, 3. I thought there was 4. There's the other one there. Yeah. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's 4 tractor stores which sell different equipment and stuff like that. These are quests. These are quests that we haven't discovered, but they're showing up on the map. Okay. This quest. Let's see if Janet's home, and we'll do that. She will have the harvester. That's the word I'm thinking of. And once you get to 50,000 social points, you can start talking her and wooing her, and she will eventually marry you. Then she will be your wife on the farm. And then as we go along, you have quests. We picked up the new quest from Janet, but I don't know if she's going to be out here or not. That's Janet's home, but what I don't like, there's nobody there. What I don't like is once you marry her, you can't use these greenhouses. Oh, there she is.
Hello, mister. I'm Janet. Have we met?
I'm your neighbor. I live just across that lake. Moved in not long ago.
Hey, we just moved in too. Bought this farm and greenhouses to start a tomato business. But it is such a mess. I feel cheated. The greenhouses are a ruin.
I guess I can help you restore these.
Can you now? That would be so great. But I don't have much money to pay you.
What about that harvester over there? I think it's worth the effort. I can take it for an exchange.
This sounds great. We have no use for it anyway. We wish to plant tomatoes, don't own any fields.
In this case, I'm on it. I will fix your greenhouses in exchange for that harvester.
What about the barn over there? Can you fix it too? I'll add the header to sweeten the deal.
Sure.
A lot of work, but it's worth it.
Okay. Now, you see these arrows? If I start with this building, then the barn, then this, for some reason, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But I want to go ahead and I go by the way the arrows are. So this is the first building we are going to actually do. Alright, I'm holding the wrong button. So we're just going to use our grinder and grind this all up. Now, if I knew we could use this to plant other crops, I would. I would upgrade this. What the hell? Yeah, there we go. I would upgrade this. But what I like doing is I'll do the ground first. All the stuff on the ground, then I'll do the roof. Well, it depends on where I am. Sometimes I might repair the work, depending on what the building is. But in greenhouses, I like building the greenhouses first. And I always check because sometimes some of the repairs require the foundation to be repaired. So I always double check, make sure I'm not missing any foundations and stuff like that while I'm going along, so I can repair the foundations. Because sometimes it might be an outside foundation that you need to repair, and you skip it, and you don't realize it. And then when you think you're finished, it's like, I did everything, I fixed it. It should all be repaired now. Then I go around, I check the foundations, and then found out, hey, you missed the foundation, you idiot. And it's usually one of the outside ones. So I always check when I'm doing a section. See, that's all fixed. That's all fixed. So let's get our scaffolding. Now, with greenhouses, you really don't need the scaffolding. You can come up and fix them themselves, but not all the window panes. And there's two ways to fix this from the inside. But you can get it from the inside, but like this panel right here, which is new, also is actually two panels. You got the glass panel down here in the frame. Then you got these two panels here, which is the windows which actually operate. So that's the second section. But they've been replaced or already repaired. And like I do on all my roofs, I get to the apex of the roof, fix one side, then do the other side. I find that's the best way to do it. Oh, here we go. Nope. Okay. Okay, all the windows that can open up have been fixed, so we don't really have to worry about it that much. And it's usually every other panel that you got. If you're up here, you have to do both windows, but you would do it from up top here. And if you fall, you fall. Nothing happens to you, no matter how high up you are. We got to repair this table, and we got 2 more tables to repair. And this greenhouse will be done. Now we got 2 greenhouses and a barn to do to get that. Okay, we've done that, and now it's telling me to fix the barn. And I always go from right to left. I'm backwards. Okay, that's all fixed. Okay, we got this. You get this section fixed. And by holding the right mouse button, you like it's shown in red. That means it needs to be repaired. You just go over the section that needs repair, hold your left mouse button down, and continue on. I think we repair more than this. Got this wall we got to do. So it's just a matter of doing these things. Now, if you're new to me here on Twitch, hit that follow button. That way you know when I go live here on Twitch. If you are watching the replay here on YouTube, I go live on Twitch at least five days a week. So it's Buddy1927 on Twitch. Come and hit follow. That way you can watch me go live when I'm playing my games. And I tried to play Monday through Friday. This week I had a problem. Had a couple of issues I had to take care of Monday, so I didn't go live Monday. But I am going to be broadcasting Tuesday through Saturday this week. So you can follow me then. I'm not sure about Saturday yet, but I play a different game every day. I try to play a different game every day. So go ahead and follow me. That way you know when I go live. I do rebroadcasts of my live sessions on Twitch, on YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube and you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button and bell. That way you know when the latest videos that I do come along. Now I have 2 more followers since I've started back here on Twitch, and it's been a while since I've been on Twitch. I lost 2, now I've gained 2, and I'm with 24 followers. So my Twitch channel is slowly growing, and I like to grow my Twitch channel. and my YouTube channel. And the reason why I say that is because I'm on disability and I'm trying to get off with disability. So I'm trying to get the income from both Twitch and YouTube. This is the next building we got to do, so I'm going to go ahead and start off with the roof, because I just jumped from one roof to the other. I cheated. But we want to go ahead and improve. I want to get on both vehicles. Not vehicles. I want to get monetized on both platforms. Yeah, that's where. And since I mainly do live, I might as well get monetized here on Twitch and get monetized on YouTube for my videos. I think I'm up to 498 on YouTube right now, almost 500. I need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. But right now, I'm getting there. I'm a quarter of the way from my watch time. I'm almost halfway to my 1,000, which is great. But I'm trying to do both platforms. And I might, right now I'm trying to broadcast about Monday through Friday here on Twitch, and take the weekend off. Maybe do some how-to videos on YouTube. So if you're on Twitch and you are following me, check out my YouTube channel and hit follow. And you can see some of my previous videos I've done. But I'm trying to build up my portfolio, and by doing live stream on Twitch and because I was live streaming on YouTube, and I was doing a lot better on YouTube. But somebody suggested that I do YouTube, and I might just do. I haven't decided everything, my whole plan yet. I might pick a game and do one game only on YouTube, and then do one or two games on YouTube and 1 or 2 games here on Twitch. I haven't decided yet, but I'm giving a full 2 months here on Twitch before I make a final decision. See, now this is the last one we got to do. Okay, we'll start right here. Now let's hold this down. That's done. That's done. Okay. That's done. And we'll go ahead, and I'm just going to see how it goes. If I can get up to 100 by the next 2 months, 100 followers here on Twitch, I'm going to stay on Twitch. I might pick a game and just do that game live on YouTube, and then do a couple games here on Twitch. Then I might do 50-50. Who knows? I'm trying to grow my both channels right now, and it's hard work. I need to upload videos and do this and that, and I'm having a little bit of problems of uploading right now. So I'm getting used to it. And right now I'm broadcasting all day. The majority of the day. I'll stop around 8 o'clock at night after broadcasting. I usually stop broadcasting at 8 o'clock at night. Okay. Now everything is red here, and I'm going to show you something. And I'll show you what I was trying to explain to you on the other one. You can reach all these roof tiles from the inside. All you have to do is hop up on the tables. But watch. This whole tile is fixed except for these two windows, and you actually have to repair the windows. And it's every other panel you gotta do this on. I find, especially when I'm repairing the panels from these panels, I find it's easier to do it from outside than it is inside. Now you can do it from inside. You can't reach these windows. See, I'll bring this down here, and I'll do this side. You can see that these 4 windows aren't fixed. But if you repair that handle right there that you see through the glass there, that will repair the window, as you can see. But I find it's a lot easier doing it from on top of the roof than it is from doing it from down below. So that's why I like going on the roof on these. See, I repaired the windows, but I didn't repair the glass. And when I'm up top here, I can see it's easier to miss windows from the bottom than it is to miss them from the top. Because one of the habits I've gotten into, and it's a good habit for everybody who plays this game, is double check. After you've done a section, double check. Make sure you got everything repaired. And by doing so, you just hold your right mouse button down. Anything red means it needs to be repaired. So after I finish these 2 panels, that should be the entire roof done. And what I'll do is I'll go ahead and scan this roof. Then I'll walk over here and I scan that roof. I don't see, the only red I see is on the inside. So I know everything down below is, remove that because we're done with that, is fixed. And as you can see, all we have to do is the tables now. Check the ground, make sure there's no repairs to the ground need to be done. Sometimes the foundation needs to be fixed, so always check the ground. And sometimes it might show, you might not see it. Right now I'm doing these tables. Now you can also, I think, now if I repair this from up here, this repairs the windows, not the whole frame. And like I said, sometimes it's hard to see. And what I like going in warehouses, I count this as one row. You got 2 tables or 6 tables right here right now. But I count this as a row, so I know the foundation and everything's done here. Here I know that everything I need to do is just the tables. The foundations are good and nothing in red. Sometimes you got to do those posts, these posts right here. So keep an eye out on that too. These are the posts. It holds the roof up. So make sure those are done. And the reason why you want to do that is because it counts as being done. Now this, hell, it's already been done. But see, you had no access. And once you because spoiler alert, you'll end up marrying her. She owns this property, but once you're married, she doesn't own it no more, and you can't use these greenhouses.
Janet, the job's all done.
That's fantastic. The harvester and header are all yours. I can also sell you the seedlings cheaper if you wish.
Which is, she won't sell you. Now, you can buy some stuff from her later on until you marry her. Okay, that's the harvester. This is header 1, and you got 2 headers. This header is for grains, and this header is for corn and sunflowers and stuff like that. And what you do is you hop in here, you pull forward a little bit until you see that Q. Connect Q, hit Q to equip it. You can't, unfortunately, equip 2 headers, so you gotta come back and forth. You can't just get the pickup truck or the or use the tractor to get the other header, so you got to go back. Plus, this goes 1 kilometer an hour faster than the tractor. So, but we'll bring this up. And I'll show you where I store my equipment. You can do fishing. We got a lake to fish from. I don't think, yeah, we don't have a fishing pole, so you have to buy that. And you can cook your fish, your food and stuff like that. Once, if you get a cat, you got to feed your cat raw fish, and the cat will eat it. Oh, he will eat it, and it is a he. His name is James. Okay, these 2 fields are ready. But we haven't fixed this barn yet, so we'll hit I to lower. And then Q to unequip. Oh yeah, don't run over your or anybody else's grain. If you run over a field, you'll lose the crop that you're running over. And if you run through somebody else's fields, they will deduct the damage they will actually deduct the damage that you caused from the money that you have in your account. So don't run over it. Don't take shortcuts. The only time you take shortcuts through a field is when you know there's no crops on it. If it's seeded and you run over it, it causes damage, which will be deducted from your account. So basically, just don't take shortcuts through fields. Unless you absolutely positively know it's not plowed yet. Okay. Now you can see we're up to 2,100 social points. Then from the 1,100 points we were, so we've gained 1,000 social points. That's by doing quests so far. Now, when you come to your farm, it doesn't matter what building you fix first. Okay? It really doesn't matter which one you do first. But we are going to repair our greenhouse first because we want to go ahead and get it planted and ready to be harvested. Especially since we got no daily quests we can do. We can do some other quests right now. You can't harvest in the rain, so we can't harvest our 2 fields that we own, and they are ready for harvesting. But the buildings I repair first are in this order: greenhouse first, chicken coop second, the cow barn, the thing right across from the chicken coop, is third. Then I either do the barn where the scaffolding's at, or I do the house and then I'll do the garage last. But it really doesn't matter which one the way I do it. I'm going to, because I can access this from here. Oop, nope. Lower. And we'll detach it. No. I can't because it's in... That's in the field. We'll just leave it attached for right now. We'll just come here. Okay. Now, outside, this is your manure silo. And once you have cows in here, you can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cows in here. And I'm not sure, but I think later on you can add a couple more cows in here. And you gotta milk them every day. And you store hay, your food for the cows up top here. But that's what that does. We can get on the tractor. Let's take a look at the map. We got 1, 2, 3 quests we can do right now. Or 4 quests. Yeah, we can do 4 quests right now. And this indicates that this is where our grain trailer is right now. But I want to get that. I want to get these buildings fixed. Then we'll get the equipment that we need. So we want to come over here to this pile. We are replacing... Did we get everything fixed on this side? We are replacing the old with new equipment. So that's ready, that's fixed, so yeah, let's do this. Okay, we'll do the roof next. Now you notice that window isn't repaired. Now watch that handle, because we are replacing the materials. Now we got a new handle also. You can do that from down below. I find it's easier to keep track of what needs to be replaced and what doesn't need to be replaced, because up here we got that section, but that section is not all new. So hang on a second, I got a cough. Now, I'm sorry about that, guys. I know I had a coughing fit coming. Didn't think you wanted to hear me. But we're going to do one side first. And then we'll do the other side. And we're going to do both. We got 2 sections of the greenhouse that we need to replace, and because we are repairing, I'm sorry, since we are not repairing, but we are replacing the old with the new, we're going to do 2 sections, even though the other section has actually already been ground down, but we are replacing old for the new. So this is going to take longer than our normal repairs that we do for everybody else, but it will last longer because we are replacing it with new metal. If you just surface grind it, later on it will, as the game progresses, it will rust out. But if you replace it like we are right now, it will take longer for it to rust out. So that's less repairs that you have to do later on. And that's what our goal is, to actually upgrade these buildings. Replace old for new. So let's go right here. We'll start with this side. See how, you see the difference? You got this nice shiny, and then it's a little bit more dull, but you can tell it's new compared to the shininess, which will eventually go out. And since it was scraped, it rusts a lot quicker. And from what I've seen so far, you got endless supply of metal, and you don't have to just use the metal that's there right now just for the outhouse. I'll show you some other things that we can use it for. And you would actually appreciate it. But we are going to fix the greenhouse first. Completely fix the greenhouse. Now, I do have live chat here. This, because sometimes I get into the game, and I'll tell you that right now, sometimes I get into the game, I'm the only person here, so I got nobody telling me, well, so-and-so's on chat right now, and I miss your chat. Give me a couple minutes, and let me read. I'll eventually read the chat, and then respond to you. If you say hi to me, I'll say hi back. If you got a question about the game, I will try to answer it to the best of my ability. Okay? I don't know everything about these games. Some of these early access. I'm beginning to know the game a lot quicker and all that. I'm not a fanatic. If you ask me this in chat, I'll tell you the best answer I can come up with right now. If you ask me this on the comments section on YouTube, I will try to find the answer for you. And some of the answers you might like, and some of the answers you might not like. But I'll tell you, my source of information is I watch other people. I ask that on YouTube. I'll put in like Farmer's Dynasty, how to win a woman, or something like that, or how do I get married, or something like that, and somebody's already made a video of it. And same thing with the other games I play. So we're going to take it one day at a time. We're going to play each game. Now, this is not early access. The only reason why I'm playing this game right now, I play a lot of early access games, is because this is a trio of games that we have. There's a trio of Dynasty games right now. There's Farmer's Dynasty, this one that we're playing right now. Then there's Medieval Dynasty, which is a new early access game. And then you got Lumberjack Dynasty, which is also, now we got the building repaired, but there's a couple other things we need to do. But we got 3,000 soldier points. This for repairing this building. But there's still a couple more points that we need to upgrade. Like these posts. We got 2 more posts we got to do. Now that's all nice and new and shiny. And we're going to go ahead and fix this. And now this is all upgraded. See how it looks a lot better. So we'll come over here, hit E. We're going to grab our tomatoes. We're going to plant tomatoes right here. Right down through this thing. And what do I have? What else do I have? Zucchini. Why did I get 60 of zucchini? Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to plant I'm going to plant a row here of tomatoes, because we can go through a lot of tomatoes. And if you notice, each section holds this only has 2 sections of tables, and this section has 3 rows of tables. So pumpkin is going to be next, because we need pumpkins for pumpkin spice. So we're going to plant pumpkins here throughout this row. I'm not worrying about zucchinis right now. I don't know why I picked zucchinis. Well, eventually we'll try to get hold 100 of each. But right now I need pumpkins and tomatoes. Pumpkins are for making pumpkin spice soup, which a lot of people will ask. And the tomatoes are for the tomatoes quests that we end up getting in our dailies. Now this is the greenhouse. We got everything planted, but even though it is raining right now, it is moderately dry. It's considered dry, so we want to press that blue button and it will start raining in here, or we can just open up the windows. And the reason why I don't open up the windows is because sometimes I forget to close them, and then I forget to do things. Okay, I am going to repair this door right now, because I'm replacing it with a metal door. I can repair it with a and it will still be a wooden door, but the metal lasts longer than the wood does. So you can only repair the doors like that. You can't repair the barn. I'd love to be able to upgrade the whole barn, but we'll just do the doors right now. In here is, you'll back your tractor up to here, and this is an old-fashioned lawnmower. So you can cut your grass and stuff like that, or you can just sell it. It really doesn't matter. I'll show you another spot that you need to check out first. Throughout the game, there's these hidden treasure chests. They're spread throughout they're hidden throughout the farm, but not the farm, but throughout the map. But there's always one up here when you first start out. This has a ring and some food. It varies from what it has. Each chest varies what it has and stuff like that. And you can, I just turn around and get this stuff. I'll leave that up for right now. And if you go through this door, which first I think, yeah, we can make that a metal door. And we open this door out, you find a string trimmer. So we got that fixed. On your dairy barn, I call this the dairy barn because that's where your dairy cows are going to be. You can replace, and I like this green, you can actually replace these doors also with metal doors. And they turn green, which I like. And there's 2 of the small doors, one on this side, and the other one you have to go through. Yeah, we can go through the gate here, and I think it's all the way down here. Yeah, there it is. Now, next thing I'm going to do, because I will buy them before I buy the cows, is I'm going to fix this chicken coop up. And the reason why I'm fixing the chicken coop up is because excuse me. is because once we get the money, I am actually going to buy chickens. Because I can turn around and sell the eggs at a good profit. Well, I just have to buy the chickens and the chicken food. Unfortunately, that doesn't, you can't, these wooden doors you can't turn in to other wooden doors. So, now this game came out in 2017. Lumberjack Dynasty came out in 2020, and early 2020, and like I said, that's early access. And Medieval Dynasty, this came out in September. Last month. It's been out for a month now. It doesn't seem like it's been out for a month, but it's been out for a month now. And all three genres have different things, but some of them are similar in nature. Like the Lumberjack Dynasty and the Farmer's Dynasty are similar in nature, except for instead of a farm, you're a lumberjack in Lumberjack Dynasty. But it's still it's a story-based quest, and in this game and Lumberjack Dynasty, you don't have to eat, you don't have to sleep. But if you want to move around quicker and you want time to go by faster. Okay, we got 3,000 social points for that. This by repairing this. Because you can see I have no food right now, but if I eat, okay, I got all 4 sausages. I can now hold my shift key and run a little bit faster. Now, you do have a metal fence that goes all the way around, and you can use that metal to replace and get your fence all nice and neat. You don't get any social points for it. So right now we are going to repair. Oh, I forgot about this. So we're going to go ahead and repair this building next so we can get cows, whole cows in it. Okay. You gotta repair the door frames. That's one thing, you think you've done everything, and you hold it down and you see this little red silver glimpse of that. Okay, so we got this. We need to repair this wall. And we can fix that. We can get to that actually from the top. And if you notice, as I was repairing the chicken coop, I repaired the roof from the inside. Sometimes you can just do it from the inside. And where, if you know you can reach the roof. I know I can reach the roof here, so I'm not going to build that. On the chicken coop, I didn't have to put up the scaffolding. So that's one less thing I have to take down. Okay, we got all this red here. Okay, it's gonna let me. If it didn't let me, I know I can repair it from the inside. But see that thin red line? That's what I'm talking about. So you gotta kind of look for, sometimes you gotta kind of hunt for the red, as I would say. Yeah, that's the roof. I'm not worrying about the roof right now. I try to repair everything from the outside that I can. And then I go in, then I'll do the inside. Now I know I can reach roof because there's a second level. So I don't have to worry about putting scaffolding up. And when I first played this game, I did this barn. I did everything I thought. I got everything done in this quest that I thought needed to be done. Okay? I mean, I repaired everything on the inside, I thought. I repaired everything on the outside. And I did. I repaired everything on the outside. I missed one thing on the inside. You got to repair these stalls. And I repaired these 2 stalls. Because I came in... Oh, these 3 stalls. I thought I repaired everything there. Evidently I didn't. And I came in through this way. I came in through this way. I know I needed to fix that. And I held down. And I continued walking. Repaired these 3 stalls. Repaired everything up here. Came down, couldn't figure out why it wasn't complete. I missed this stall. So you got to look around, see if building doesn't get complete. You got to figure out what you are missing. Just hold the red button down. The right mouse button down. Anything in red needs to be fixed. See, I know I can fix the roof from inside, so I wasn't worrying about that. I could actually repair everything, the whole second story from inside, and I didn't have to do it from the outside, but I did. The only thing you got to worry about is there's a section of flooring in the hayloft section of this. This is your hayloft. This is where you will store your hay for your cows, so the cows are fed. And like an old milking parlor, it has a hole where you actually drop down. And if you're not paying attention, you can fall down. Then you have to go back up, get all the stairs, climb up these stairs, make sure they're all repaired. So it looks like the only thing we got to do is the roof. So let's do the roof. So you gotta be careful where you're walking. Look, make sure you don't, and you go repair that section, that you don't fall through the hole in the floor. Kept on doing that. Kept on. I mean, I repaired everything from the ground on the floor. I kept on trying to figure out why I kept on falling. I'm like, I fell through. I prepared everything. Then I realized, oh, there's a hole there. But this repairs the roof. This has a tile roof, which eventually I'm going to change to a metal roof. And I will eventually upgrade. And I think once you upgrade this building, you can, I think it will add like 2 or 3 more cows. But we got everything repaired here. This is all done. It's now, oh no, it's still raining. Let's check the map. Tell you what, since it's still raining, let's repair the house next. I got this. Let me do this fence here first. I just do this out of habit. But I want to repair everything. Eventually, I'll paint this fence. And eventually I'll repair the whole fence line. But right now I want to get my house done next. And that's the foundation I'm talking about. You see that red thin line? You can repair everything, and the first time I did this house, I couldn't figure out why it wasn't complete. It was because the foundation. There's a foundation down here that you got to fix. I can't fix that up there, and I can fix it from the ground. I can actually fix the roof from inside, so we don't have to put scaffolding up, except for is something that you can do. That you actually need the scaffolding for. So while I got the scaffolding up, I might as well go ahead and get up on the roof and repair it. But we'll go. Where's my other tool? And sometimes you have to go back to your metal. We'll go ahead and do that real quick, and then we'll come back here, equip the metal. Which, I forgot, you can replace these doors. I mean, they look a lot better than the wood doors when they're repaired. You can't upgrade that one, but you can upgrade this, and you can paint this metal. I think you can repaint the metal. I know you can in Lumberjack. I'm not sure about Farmer's Dynasty. I never got that far in Farmer's Dynasty. I know we're not repairing. I'm just repairing these doors right now while I got the metal tool in my hand. So I think this looks a lot better than the wood doors. But you can keep the wood doors. It really doesn't matter. When I come with this, okay. I'll go at this one. Okay. See these pipes? You can either grind them, and the house would be complete, or you can just go ahead and upgrade them. Upgrade the gutters with new gutters. And you have to, oh, I ran out of metal. So let me go get some more metal. There it is. I tell you what, let's just, no, we're going to concentrate on the gutters. Okay, we got that one, so we got to replace this one. And you can get that one, but you can't get the rest of that section unless you got scaffolding. So what I'm going to do is first repair this, repair what I can from the ground. And this is a metal object. Any metal object we can upgrade to new metal. So that teeter-tot's all set for your kid. Once you get married and have kids, Now they can play on it without getting tetanus. And I don't think I can. There we go. Just gotta find the sweet spot. Okay, that's done. So let's go ahead and scaffolding. And we can reach it from up top there first. There we go. We'll go all the way to the top. This you don't have to worry about. Yeah, I can't get to the roof from this one. It's this end. Yeah, there we go. So we'll go all the way to the top. Now you could put... You can put scaffolding and repair it all the way down. Or we can just climb up on the roof. And what I do is before I fix the roof, so I'll go ahead and fix the roof while I'm up here. I'll fix the gutters. I forgot it's 2. And go to the apex of the roof. And we'll fix the roof all up here. Knock that out. And this roof needs to be replaced. We're going to have to get shingles and stuff like that as part of the upgrade. But, I mean, let's replace the wooden part of the roof first. Get it fixed. So it's keeping most of the rain out. I mean, this part of the roof has actually collapsed. But we need to get the roof fixed. Well, we need to fix everything in this building first. But, yeah, we got everything done. Yeah, okay. And I'm just gonna hop down. Oh, okay. Oh, you need to repair that. You gotta repair them so your kids can play on them. So you might as well get it knocked out while you're fixing the building. The sandbox needs to be repaired. Swing set needs to be repaired. Swing set and fort needs to be repaired. See, this is a little fort for you kids. That's, you got 2 slides and a little base there. I think that's everything. So let's go from here. Oh no, we're going on the wrong side. We need to fix that. Let's get that fence fixed. Okay. Here we got everything fixed. Okay, we need foundation. That's what I mean. You gotta look the whole building. Right here it says foundation. You gotta find the sweet spot and fix that foundation. This wall needs to be fixed, and then the foundation. Foundations are in sections sometimes. Sometimes it's the whole. You fix the whole section, but then you got 3 other sections. So you always want to look at the foundation, especially when you're doing your repair jobs at other places. You want to look at the foundation. Now I look at the whole wall. I got nothing except the foundation I need to fix here. Roof is already fixed. And sometimes repairing the roof fixes the walls too. I don't know why, but it does. Okay, everything's done so far. Can't reach the other one until we get to. Gotta go from the inside to fix that wall. Okay, now we come here. Gotta fix the flooring. Okay, nothing else red, so this room's done. Come to this room. Okay, that's all done. Any of the walls? Nope. This door needs to be repaired, so repaired that door. And we'll go downstairs. I don't think there's anything downstairs I need to repair. We can put... For some reason they took that door off. This is your pantry. Nothing needs to be repaired here. So next we'll go to the kitchen. Floor needs to be replaced in the kitchen. And that wall needs to be fixed. The plaster needs to be fixed. And that's everything in the kitchen. And what I do is I go room by room. So I'm going to go room by room. I know this section of the floor needs to be replaced. And I just kind of scan around. This wall needs to be fixed. Anything in red you gotta fix. Okay, look at the floor again. Okay, we'll go to this room. Nothing in this room needs to be repaired, but we got another room. That wall needs to be fixed. Flooring's done, okay. That room's all done. Now we'll go to the second floor. Ooh. This wall needs to be repaired. Okay, that wall needs to be repaired. If you watch, it had a hole. This floor needs to be repaired. Okay, everything in this hallway is done. So let's go to this. This door needs to be repaired. Let's check this room. That door needs to be fixed. And come to the outside. This wall needs to be fixed. Okay, we fixed everything here. No more red. I don't think you gotta fix that. No, that's just... You got pink curtains. Close that. Close that, because we know we fixed this one. Okay, we got this floor here needs to be repaired. And this is your living room. There's a little TV to watch, and this is the living room of the house. I don't know why it's doing it on the second floor. You got 2 bedrooms down below and 1 bedroom up top. They should have moved one of the bedrooms up here and moved that downstairs. That would have been mine. But you think everything was fixed now, but it's not. We got an attic. We got to close down and go upstairs, and we need to repair the floor here. We need to repair this floor. I missed something. There's another thing. So another chest. We'll go ahead and grab everything out of there. I'm missing something. So I missed something. So we're gonna go backwards the way we came. Everything's fixed up here. Come down here. Double check all these. check this room. There are light switches in this, but I don't see anything. Save electricity. Save electricity. Close this door. Repaired everything here. Check this room. Double check out here. Make sure we didn't miss anything. Because we didn't get that it's been repaired. Farm stat, it tells you what's been fixed. Greenhouse, the cow shed, and the hen house. We need still barn, home building, which is what we're on, the house. Grain silo and garage still need to be fixed. So we're missing something. I'll just hold the right mouse button. I think I got everything on the inside done. I think I missed a foundation section or something like that. But I'm going to double check all this. This is your kitchen table, and you got a bed. Yeah, bed. So this is your bedroom and dining room table. Everything fixed here. Yeah, everything's fixed here. Just double check in here. Everything's door and all that is good. We double checked. This is a nursery then and bedroom. And a couch. And all that. So that's all fixed. Let's go in here. We got everything here. Double check the floor. That's good. Go downstairs. Yeah, that's good. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's the light switch. So turn on the light downstairs. I don't see anything that we missed down here. So check this room. We got everything down here. We'll turn on the light switch. It's getting dark out, but I don't see any red. Then we'll start where we started. Foundation. Everything looks good here. Ah, there's what we missed. Now we complete. We got 10,000 social points. So 23,100 social points. Okay. Tell you what, let's fix the garage while we're here. What time is it? Yeah, it's 7 o'clock. Let's start fixing the garage first. Yeah. You can fix that. This wall needs to be fixed. Okay, we're going to do everything from the outside. Okay, this wall needs to be fixed. Now, if you hold your right mouse button, you'll be able to place certain items, like for $250 for each bee house. So that's $750 to place down 3, and $150 to put a scarecrow to keep the birds from eating your apples. And you can also put a scarecrow on in each of your fields. for $150 from the birds eating your crop and your seeds after you plant them. So they are good to have. Okay, we'll fix that. Okay, we've gone down. Okay, we got everything fixed. Let's go on the inside. Now, none of these walls need to be fixed. Yeah, that's nothing in here. That's a window. Okay, so nothing in here. So we need to go to the second story. We need to fix this. Oh. Yeah, it might work better if I have the tool in my hand. And that builds that wall. And we can repair the roof as we go along here. I think there's a light switch somewhere around here. Okay, and here. Okay, now we'll fix this. Maybe that's where the light switch comes in. I thought there was a light switch inside here. I could, or is that at the base? Yeah, there it is. Oh, we have to fix it first. Two silos on the farm. The garage, the second floor, what we're fixing right now. It's a silo. This section is actually a silo. And it will dump anything that you put on the floor here. I think this is the last section. Nope, we got one more section. And this should be it. And it's not it. I missed something. I don't see any red up here. Did I miss something on the outside? This is where you will dump your grain into here. I missed something. What did I miss? Okay, we repaired all that. I don't see any red. Why? Let's go back up to the second floor. I should have got credit. Farm stat. Grain silo garage. I should have got credit for the garage. But I'm missing something. What am I missing? Let's see, the light will come on upstairs. Okay, so this is all fixed because the light came on. I don't know what I missed. That's repaired. That's all fixed. I don't see anything here. Don't see anything here to repair. I don't see anything in here to repair. I don't see any red here. I do want to see something. I don't see any red anywhere. I don't know what I'm missing. Ah, that little, there's some red. So let's go back up on the second floor. There, that's what we're missing. Sometimes you got, there we go, we got 5,000 social points, which brings us up to 2,800. Let's go ahead and go downstairs. Let's go ahead and go to bed for right now. And I'm actually going to end the stream right here. I try to keep these in 2-hour blocks. This is 2 hours and 30 minutes. So I'm going to take about I'm going to take a break. I'll be back at 2:30. And we'll go from there. So I'd like to thank everybody for watching. If you're new to my Twitch channel, hit that follow button. That way you know when I go live here on Twitch. And if you're watching this as a rebroadcast on YouTube, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and bell. That way you know when the latest videos I upload to YouTube and when I go live on YouTube. And do me a favor, hit that like and follow button. That would really help me out in growing my channels. And as always, have fun playing your games. Be safe out there in the world. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.